Again, on August the 10th, 2016, I posted Songbird, John McCain busted. It's received some interesting comments. Now, John McCain's a favorite senator of mine. Yeah, I've posted, I think, about 142, 143, or 144 videos on John McCain alone. There's no one that I've done more videos on other than the chosen one. John McCain is someone I detest. A viewer wrote, "Gabe, you're so correct about John McCain. It's not that we, quote, wanted, end quote, bad news. It's not that we, quote, wanted, quote, end quote, to disqualify him as a hero. It's that the trickle-down evidence over the years has made it impossible to slurp in media's dish of fabricated heroism. I'm less infuriated with John McCain than I am with NBC and the rest of the alphabet news agencies. And now Fox News has joined the ranks of feeding us what we're supposed to believe. This guy has ridden a train of fabrication into power and riches since the late 60s. How many other rich kid politicians have propped up with phony war resumes? John Kerry? For sure. George W. Bush? For sure. Bush is a genuine embarrassment to the military. His commanding officer admitted that he was essentially AOL for over a year, and that a call from, quote, Daddy Bush, end quote, straightened everything out. Yeah, I've actually done a number of videos on George W. Bush. George W. Bush was trained to be a pilot, a fighter pilot. And he was in the Air Force Reserve. I believe it was the Reserve. It might have been some other branch. But in either case, what happened was they changed the requirements. Before, you could go to your own family doctor and he would certify you being qualified for flight. They changed the requirements where you had to go to a military doctor. And George W. Bush at that time was blowing weed and drinking booze. So he knew he wouldn't be certified for flight. So he just left. If you did what he did, you would have gone to Leavenworth. But because, as this viewer said, a call from Daddy Bush straightened everything out. How do you think the military felt having this dirtbag who won AWL being their commander-in-chief? How do you think they feel having this desert rat? He's King Desert Rat, as commander-in-chief. Huh? Another viewer wrote, "Hey Gabe, thanks for reports." This comment I thought was worth sharing as well. It must be addictive, the power that can only come from government. John graduated second from the last in his military class. I actually heard it was, I think, fourth from the last. And he crashed 4 or 5 jets, earning him the nickname Crash. I didn't know he had Crash as a nickname. I know he's got the Songbird, because he sang like a bird when he was a guest at the Hanoi Hilton. And I know he's got Johnny Wet Start because of what he did on the aircraft carrier, the Forrestal, where he did one of those wet starts of his, which ignited a Zuni rocket on his friend's jet, which hit a pile of ordnance, which resulted in the death of 134 sailors putting out the fire and 200 being severely burned. McCain? Well, his father was the admiral of the Pacific Fleet. What do you think happened to him? The same thing that happened to George W. Bush when he deserted. Nothing. It's who you know. And obviously, you're not going to get a whole lot higher than who they knew at that time. I mean, take a look at what's going on with Hillary Clinton. Any normal person would have been in prison a long time ago. Who's protecting her? A floppy-eared, crack-smoking, Sunni Islamic extremist Muslim bastard Arab. That's who. but he will do her at the appropriate time. You think not? You're entitled to your own opinion, as I am to mine. Thanks for listening.